What is up, guys? My name is Richard, and here is the next OneHive Genesis war recap video. And this war was an arranged war against the Goodfellas, and OneHive Genesis got the win. So congrats to us, and very nice try to the Goodfellas. They were going for their 200th win, so nice try to them. And it was a Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 8 only war, so in theory it could have been perfect, a perfect tie, but um, this just goes to show that you need to spend a lot of time base building so that wars like this, they actually have a chance of not tying. But we got the perfect war against the Goodfellas, and yeah, so this will be, for the recap for this, is obviously going to be a lot of attacks to show, so I'm going to do actually all the attacks on all the bases, but in this part I'm going to do the odd numbers. So starting at 1, let's go through the odd number of attacks, and yeah, let's just have some fun, so get your snacks. G-Way taking out their number 1 with a nice Gopaho here. In with just creating his funnel here for his queen walk. Healers down, wizards, all that good stuff. And it looks like he's gonna enter from the top here with his kill squad. Queen walk is still going on. His hopes with this queen walk is to get the enemy queen, which she should, since the queen is somewhat exposed and there's very little defenses to protect the queen. Poisons the queen just to slow down her attack speed, so very nice idea there. And he places a rage spell for her to get through that high HP storage, and also to get the healers in her rage spell to keep the queen alive while she is battling the other queen. And then he starts with his kill squad up here at 3 o'clock, a test wall breaker, followed by 3 more other wall breakers, and his Valks. He's got a very nice funnel created, so there's nowhere else his Valks are going to go except into that hole he just made into the base. Down south, the queen is still continuing her walk, and he placed two very nice hogs here, which will come to that air defense and trigger any bombs, so that's a very nice job to him. This is a first heal spell for his kill squad over those defenses. Again, these 2 hogs are still alive here, taking out defenses, so with these 2 hogs he probably got 3 or 4 defenses, so awesome job scouting that out. And then, because this is the Lava Hound in CC, it's basically doing nothing to his kill squad, and his hogs from up top he can begin with. Still hasn't placed a heal for them yet because they aren't really taking too much damage. He's going to have to use a heal though over these few wizard towers here, because wizard towers will do some work. Actually, I don't think he uses his heal. Oh, there he goes, yeah. Just to keep his hogs alive, and also because there's some skeleton traps there. So awesome job to G-Wig taking out their number 1 base. We'll fast forward because we have a lot of attacks to show. Alright, next, number 3, being taken out Karam. An awesome attack here. Coming at it at the 2 o'clock position with his kills with a cold-blooded kill squad. His goal is to get that 1 air defense and also the queen. This is a nice jump spell to let his kill squad into the base and get those 2 items. Activates the king's ability and also the poison to slow down those enemy troops there. And he places his queen down here just to take out, these extra defenses, and he knows that because he knew that his barbarian king was enough to get the air defense and archer queen. So here he comes, activates the queen's ability, and she continues her, I guess, mini walk and even gets an air defense. So, awesome job to him. And he starts with his 4 Lava Hound deployment and balloon deployment up top. 2 Lava Hounds down and a bunch of balloons. A bunch of balloons to swarm the base with. And then he continues his counterclockwise deployment, continuing around the base. Because he has so many Lava Hounds leftovers, it's amazing. A small Tesla farm pops down south, but because his he still has 2 Lava Hounds up, they tank the whole entire Tesla farm. Even saves a rage spell. And he even saved 2 balloons for cleanup and placed one up top here to deal with the town hall, which actually started coming down here because not all the defenses were destroyed. And this one cannon remains untouched in the middle of the base until just now, when that balloon kills it. And then cleanup is on the way. When very little cleanup to do because the pups were up alive for so much of the time. Next, we're going to look at 5 being taken out by 007. There's a hole in this guy's base, so and it was a diagonal DGB, so he placed 1 barb to get the first giant bomb, a goblin which will run to this gold storage and get the second giant bomb. So very creative there. And he double poisons the clan castle troops. Then he comes down south with his archer queen. Doing a walk with her. He plans to get both heroes with her because they are really, really exposed. This is a rage spell down for those healers and also the queen. And then he starts with this kill squad up here at 9 o'clock. And also those healers for the enemy archer queen. The queen will continue to walk clockwise, and his kill squad up top will make another entry. This is a jump spell down to let everything in. And then he starts his Asian wall attack up here at 2 o'clock with his hogs. He has 1 more heal spell left, and he saves it for over this small Tesla farm here that ends up popping. So, yeah, very nice job to Drew taking out the space. You can fast forward as cleanup happens, and he destroys the space. So nice job to him. Number 7 being taken out by Sectortron here. You can fast forward until he starts. 7 o'clock with his kill squad, his shattered kill squad. His goal is to get 2 air defenses and the archer queen. And he uses a nice quake spell to open up all of that area and expose the queen and those 2 air defenses to his kill squad. Places a nice rage spell for them, and they'll tear through that pretty quick. And also heal spell for those barbarians that spawn. The queen ends up not jumping the wall, but his king actually beat through and then killed her. Then he starts with his Lava Hound part of the attack. He has only one haste spell for them, but that's no big deal. One hound already popped, but there's another hound in on the way to help tank, and a bunch of balloons swarm the base. And at that point, all of the air defenses are down, and it's just this wizard tower that can really do any harm. But it's locked onto that Lava Hound. And all those balloons go to that wizard tower, and he saves a balloon and golem for cleanup. Nice job too, Ancestrotron, killing the space. Next, we're gonna look at Cotton Eye Joe taking out their number 9 with a pretty awesome, interesting type style attack here. There's two golems and healers on them to keep them alive for a bit longer. Then wizards done to create the funnel. And as soon as these compartments on the sides of the queen compartment get taken out, like there's no structures in them, you can send wall breakers in, and they'll target this area on the queen compartment and let his kill squad in. See, there they go, and right in. Then he spawns his clan castle witches, max witches at that, and also 2 of his own witches. And those healers just not postpone, but keep those golems up a lot longer, and even rages the healers, which heal the golems up even more. And then he places a jump spell to let everything into this section of the base. And at that point, he can start his hogs because his skill squad is doing a lot of tanking. He has to place heal spell over it, but I think this can be a Tesla form pop. And then he continues his hogs around the base. Excuse me. It's late at night when I'm doing this recording. Skeleton trap pops, but no need to fear because he has a poison spell for them. Few hogs go spawn the spring traps, but he has 3 or 4 hogs remaining, and that's more than enough to take out that cannon and clean up the space. Nice job to Cotton Eye Joe. Alright. So get number 11 being taken out by Lord Byron. Coming at this base with a nice queen walk. Places his queen and wizards to create the funnel for his queen. His queen kind of gets slow there, but he places a poison spell for the archer queen and also a rage spell for those healers as his queen attacks the enemy queen. This is one hog in there to get the clan castle letter. And he trade drops a poison spell for them. And then he uses the queen's ability to kill the dragon and also those 2 balloons. Then he can start, he places a test wall breaker, and then more wall breakers to mark where he'll enter with his queen. And the wall breakers actually don't break through that wall because a Tesla pops. But he places 2 wizards up top to help create the funnel, and he hopes that everything goes in, but they don't. So at this point he's kind of winging it. He wanted his kill squad to enter there. This just shows how much of a beast he is, I guess you could say. He decides to place a couple and more wall breakers down. I mean, more hogs down. He has a majority of his hogs on the right part here. He's lucky that there weren't any giant bombs in the core. Empress has one more heal spell which he places over these last 3 defenses, and that golem, that cannon is still on that golem, so it's providing a lot of tanking. And at this point, the air defense is just left, so awesome attack by Lord Byron, kind of winging it there. Next. My mouse, work please. Being 13 being taken out by R.i.c.h, R.i.c.h. A nice quake spell, go-ho, stone go-ho at that. Places 2 golems and wizards to create the funnel. And then he places his archer queen to help take out a couple of those defenses, and also he sends in wall breakers for his entry. Then he places his actually he had witches in his clan castle. And then he drops his earthquake spells on that junction there, which opens up a large portion of the base. That golem dies pretty quick, and just as heroes remain, they've taken out the enemy archer queen, and he activates the king's ability to deal with that small Tesla farm there. Both of his witches are dead right now. I think he got what he wanted with his kill squad. So he starts with his hogs down here on the left side of the base, places a heal spell for them as they encounter a skeleton trap and a wizard tower. There's one more heal spell remaining, which he'll try to save until the last moment. Although the enemy queen has now started to chase his hogs, so he's kind of being forced to place his heal spell over these last few defenses here. And also a giant bomb pop, so that could have been lethal. But he even had some back-end hogs for that cannon, and he has too many hogs remaining for that king and Tesla to take out. So after they take out that Tesla, they turn to turn towards the storage, and the others turn toward the king and take him out. You can fast forward as he cleans up. Just that ghost storage to go down, then it's 3 stars. Nice job to him. Number 15 being taken out by Luis. This attack was actually in my Ninja Live, I'm pretty sure. But we'll watch it again because it was a very nice attack. Comes at it with a stone go-ho from the top. Wait, now this one wasn't the Ninja Live, I don't think. He did a similar attack in the Ninja Live. Anyhow, he places. Wait, no, this was a Ninja Live one. Yeah, it was. He places his golems down the tank, and then his heroes, a lava hound in a clan castle, Places some nice hogs up top here. Although he doesn't get that cannon because a pup ends up taking out his hog. But he gets that mortar. Oh, he doesn't, never mind. Right now, this queen is locked onto those pups. After she takes those pups out, he activates the king's ability to activate some barbs, and he sends in some hogs here on the left. And these hogs on the left are actual suicidal hogs after they encounter these first few defenses because there's a giant bomb here between the air defense and Expo. So all these hogs will die eventually. That's okay. They take out this air defense, then move towards the Expo, and get baconed, but that's okay because he has one heal spell remaining for these defenses on the right. And yeah, you can start to fast forward as if you want to see this attack in real time, I guess you could say, go watch my Ninja Live episode. And he cleans up the base. So very nice attack by Luis. Next, we're gonna look at 17 being taken out by my boy Smash. Doing it with a comp that he likes to use, dragons. Smash loves his dragons. Doing it with a queen walk. Oh, yeah, it's 11 wall breakers. And I think this attack came down to the last, I think, 2 or 3 seconds, so it's a very close attack. And his queen here goes full retard and does not take out this air defense, which she wanted, he wanted her to do, but she does not. So that is quite dumb. And then he also wanted to try to get his queen to enter the base here, but she does not. So yeah, then he zap quakes this air defense, and the queen takes out that air defense, takes out a few more defenses in here, and then she ends up walking around the rest of the base. Places a giant tank, followed by his barbarian king, and a few wall breakers, and his barbarian king almost goes for a walk here. He would have if this wizard would not have broken that. There, activates the king's ability, and he gets that 1 air defense. So he wanted they can start his dragons from the bottom here, and at this point, I would have saved the rage spell and balloons and used them over that air defense, but he decides to send in his balloons and the rage spell for the enemy queen. So, at this point, all of his dragons die eventually. You can fast forward because dragons are slow. This air defense takes out all of his air troops, and all that's left is his archer queen and 3 wall breakers and a few dragons. These last 30 seconds were very stressful. One dragon gets taken out by an air bomb. He sends his wall breakers in, which help out a lot actually, because they break open this junction here, and then the queen can take out that elixir storage and wrap around and take out the air defense. So very nice close call there from Smash. Next we have actually 19, let me think. Yes, this attack was on my Ninja Lives. If you want to see that attack, go ahead and watch that. And then we're going to watch 21 being taken out by Infinite Chaos. We're at it at 9 o'clock with a shattered kill squad. He sends in a nice hog here. which ends up being taken out, but he sends in another one because those Teslas end up locking onto his golems, and then that hog takes out all those Teslas. He can send it in his kill squad. Actually, I think this attack was on my ninja lab too. Oh well, we'll go back and watch Pellet's attack after this. Just a jump spell to kill the enemy queen with. Activates the king's ability. Pops a double giant bomb here, which is nice. Then he starts his hogs from up top. He continues to deploy his hogs clockwise. He still has 2 heal spells for his hogs. Some hogs get bacon, but that's okay because he has, you know, so many hogs left. He has maybe 7 hogs here and 4 hogs there. One heal spell did kind of go to waste, but you know, this was a fresh hit, so he didn't know where anything was. So nice job to Infinite Chaos taking out the space. You can fast forward as cleanup continues. And then we should go back and watch Pellet attack. Just because I've already shown two attacks that were on my ninja live. Right here. This was actually the first attack of war, and this was the base that Pellet attacked. The same exact base was in another war, another arranged war, a few wars back. So he knew where all the traps were. So yeah, not a good idea to copy bases because people are sneaky, and we recognize that. Always make your own bases. Nothing beats making your own base. Comes at it with a stone go-ho from the southeast side. A Dragoon comes out of the clan castle, so he drops both of his poison spells for them. And then he places a jump spell to let all of his kill squad towards the queen, and the king ends up taking out the barbarian king first and then moves to the enemy queen, but luckily the enemy queen is locked onto a golem so that the king has enough health to kill the enemy queen with. Then he starts his hog deployment up here from the top. A few hogs there, take out those defenses, and then he reinforces some more hogs up top. Places his first heal spell over this giant bomb here, and skeleton traps, and some nice early cleanup wizards. And then he places another heal spell over these 4 point defenses, and he has one more heal spell left with that Tesla form. He doesn't even use a heal for it, so that's a very nice attack by Pellet. Now we shall go down, because you watched 21, let's watch 23. Actually, that was taken up by me. So, if you want to watch that attack, you can go to the My Attack series and watch me take out that base. And we can watch number 25 being taken out by Mesoscale Vortex. We're into the Town Hall 8s now. And, let's see, fast forward here. Drops down a few Teslas. Drops down a few hogs, which will get the clan castle and also move up in here. And he wanted to get, I think he wanted them to go to that air defense and pop some bombs, but no need to worry because he has a poison spell for the clan castle troops. Places a few more hogs on that cannon, and also there's the clan castle troops into that poison spell. He drops his last poison spell over that remaining hog rider. Then he comes in with his hogs on the bottom here, places his king down for cleanup, and places a heal spell for the hogs right here. Sends in some more reinforcement hogs, and another heal spell he'll use over on the right here, over that Archer Tower and Wizard Tower, and Tesla. And a cheeky outside Tesla pops, but he places some wizards down to kill that. And then this is a final heal spell over that air defense, and also his hogs as they deal with those skeleton traps in the Barbarian King. And that he didn't trigger any bombs during this raid, so very nice planning to missile scale, taking out this base. Next, we're going to look at 27 being taken out by Easy Mac. I think this. Oh well. Okay. Comes in just to get the clan castle there. Then he poisons them. Then he starts with his Goho attack from up top here to the left. Some nice wizards to create the funnel, and also some wall breakers to let everything in. Places his king and some more wizards in the back. And I like this, he spans a lot of wall breakers in, because he wants to break this junction, and then the wall breakers will pass to this junction, that his Barbarian King and Golem into that double giant bomb spot. At this point, the double giant bomb is gone. He has 3 heal spells, so there's really nothing to worry about. Actually, yeah, this attack was also on my ninja alive. This is a nice poison spell for those skeleton traps, which actually lock onto the enemy, his king, and his king takes them out. That's nice. And then he places a final heal spell up top here over those last few defenses and takes them out pretty quick. At this point, he has a lot of cleanup to do, so we can fast forward to that. He used a lot of wizards in his kill squad, so he didn't have too many for cleanup, so his hogs had to do the majority of the work. And the last attack for this part of the recap will be Smog, number 2. Taking out, remember, his equal, 29. Doing it with dragons. Don't see this much at Town Hall 9. Town Hall 8. He places his dragons to one dragon to start to create the funnel, and then zap quakes the other air defense. You always want to place your dragon first because you'll save time. You can place a dragon, and then they'll start creating the funnel, and while they're creating the funnel, you can zap quake. And that's exactly what he does. Because this bottom air defense here is so exposed, as soon as it starts to lock onto his dragons, he can send in balloons in a peace spell to kill them. He uses four of his balloons up top here just to back up his dragons. And they zoom right into that air defense, so nice job. And then two balloons up top for that Archer Tower, and also a haste spell for all of those balloons that swarm right into that other air defense. Take it out. At this point, it's slow going, but surely, and the dragons sweep through the base, taking it out. Very nice, clever attack here by Smog, recognizing that exposed air defense and then exploiting it to its full extent. Alright guys, so that was the odd numbers for this war, and I'll be back in part 2 for the even numbers. See y'all then. Thanks for watching.